Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Sydney.
You always think I'm not going to say it. And
I'm just waiting. Sometimes I jump you, but no.
Makeup, no makeup day.
No makeup day.
Right
I
now.
love no makeup days.
Hopefully our social media person will be able
They'll color you some.
It's good fun and stuff.
Okay, Anna, you've got your work cut out for you.
So funny. Oh my gosh. But isn't that just like, I just something guys don't ever have to think about. It's like I have to think, what am I doing today? Where I'm going, am I okay with people seeing me without makeup, or do I want to? And it's not because, and I firmly believe makeup is not something to make you look different.
No.
It's to simply enhance what you.
Yeah. And it makes you feel different to me sometimes,
it does.
right?
And so it's just like, am I in a place where I'm like feeling good without makeup, or am I in a place where like, I need to put some, it's like.
It's how's you feel, right? Because I know I love, like, I used to always do no makeup Mondays, you know.
You would?
I like to. Yeah, when I quit working, but it was like, then now I try to pick a day of the week or two that I don't.
Helps, and it helps your skin kind of reset.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I
don't
really feel like my skin gets healthier after like a few days of.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't do a ton of makeup anyway,
No,
but I
neither of us do. But
yeah. That's the way it goes.
But yes, I was thinking.
But I do today because
I don't. I'm not
I know. And I'm heading to Austin, so that's why.
Yeah, you gotta see people.
I did, and I had Zoom earlier. Not that I do that for Zoom either, but
Good.
Yeah. So today, speaking of, those are makeup vacations.
What?
Makeup vacations when we don't put makeup on.
Oh my goodness.
So that's my segue into vacation time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. So
today we're going to be talking about vacations.
Yes, and like our own memories and stuff.
Yeah, but why do we take them?
First, let's touch on like why they're important. And it's even to study like neurologically. Your brain is so used to routines of daily life that and your brain likes that. But then you get into the rut, and you actually can like lower some of your cognitive abilities if you are in the same routine all the time.
Oh.
And going on vacation takes you out of the routine. And so then that's why a lot of people, they come back, they're more creative, they're more focused, all that sort of. It literally is like a good reset for your brain.
Right. Okay.
You know? And, when a lot of times in our routine in our daily lives, we have all this stress.
Yeah.
And so it breaks the stress cycle up too. Again, another way to have your brain reset. So there is a reason why you now, yes, you come back from vacation, you're like, maybe there's a couple days of transition days. Yeah. But for the most part, if you're returning back to work, generally the goal is you feel a little more refreshed.
Yeah.
You
do. And sometimes, I was thinking about the types of vacations. Yeah. There's vacation where you go see family.
Yeah.
And I love to do that too. I know. And I love to do that to this day. And then there's vacations where you go to see things.
Yes. Yeah.
And then there's play vacations, like to the beach, and it's funny because as we can talk about it, different people have different ideas of what vacation is.
That's true.
Paul has this. He likes to go, and I'm like, no.
Let's see.
And we go on vacation.
We're pretty good together.
And we just kind of hang out and decide what we want to do. Yeah. And Lauren's getting that way too, of just kind of
day by day.
Yeah. And so it's just kind of.
That's so funny.
It depends on how your view of them. Yeah.
And if you plan a vacation that's right for you, you also release all the good happy hormones, serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, like all that good stuff. But yeah, there are definitely different types of vacations. And then, I'm sorry, as a parent, you have your vacation with kids, which is really just taking your home life with you on the road. And you really
It's
don't.
hard.
And you have to know that that's not going to feel like a vacation. You're doing it for somebody.
And there's fun, and you're making these memories that
Yes.
cannot be, they're just memories.
Which is great.
Yes.
But it's not going to feel like a
No.
vacation. Then you have to make sure you have time to set aside to actually have your own vacation at
Yes.
some point.
If you can. And, vacations, they can be an overnight thing. It's
Yeah.
not a long, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be long and
Yeah,
extended,
they can be quick.
and I mean, you make these memories that are, I mean, they're hard drive. We drive everywhere.
We drove
And-
everywhere.
And every trip, Lauren ended up with a black eye. Either she rolled off the bed into the thing,
Yes.
or she
In a
ran into
corner
something, and just,
Yeah.
so there's these wonderful memories that you just laugh at the time. They're like, oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
But,
See, and this is so I
Yeah.
want to start with like some of our
Yeah.
earliest vacation
Okay.
memories. And I want to say I have them, but then part of me was second guessing, like, do I have these memories because I actually remember them? Or is
Or-
it because I've seen the pictures and heard the stories and we've talked about them?
Yeah.
And so then in a way I remember
It's a
them,
combination, I think.
I
I think it
started
is.
to doubt my own
So
brain.
you'll appreciate your family vacations
Oh, I know I
after you
will.
hear about my
'Cause
family
yours sounded
vacations.
awful.
My dad was a camper.
Yes.
I could not wait to be an adult and choose my vacation and stay in a hotel.
Ooh.
Because we stayed in a camper that was a rough camper.
Yeah.
If it's raining and you touch it,
Whew.
water comes in, it
man.
leaks. So and if you were camped next to somebody, you really weren't camping, that was too close. So we camped, and we hung literally, this was the grossest part, well, second grossest part of camping for me. My mom would put a bar of soap in a pantyhose
Ooh.
and hang it on the tree.
Quick.
And so that's how you'd get some water, because you have a bucket of
Yep.
water, you get water, and that's the nastiest feeling, is soap through a pantyhose. That's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds awful.
And that was vacation.
No.
And it was rough.
That's worse than no. I'd rather just be
Now,
home.
right. Now, I saw some beautiful sights,
Yeah.
and I fished in a nice stream once. But the memory of the driving,
sound so
and I have a brother
excited
that
about
got
it.
car sick.
Oh no.
And so we had a Folgers coffee can that always went with us.
No.
So when he got sick, he'd
No.
throw up in there and we'd cover it. And one time they were fighting about where it goes, and you know what happened. Yeah.
Ugh.
We had, so those are my family. I just couldn't wait
That does not
to
sound
stay in a
relaxing
hotel and have
at all.
and see other parts of the United States. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was,
That sounds horrible.
you cook out. I mean, that was more work than being at
I was
home.
like, that literally sounds like way more work than you could just stay.
It was.
That's not for me.
Yeah, and I slept on the floor of the camper. Everybody else got a bed.
Because you're the youngest.
Because I was the youngest and the littlest.
Oh no.
So
No, that does not sound fun.
No.
Yeah, no, I very much appreciate. You and Dad, because Dad didn't like camping either.
no.
We have never
No.
been camping. The most we've done is we stayed at that cabin in Colorado for Mama and
Yes.
Grandpa's
Yeah, the
50th.
YMCA camp. It was
And that was great.
it was
but
nice.
Again, that was like
Indoor plumbing.
And I think even had some AC units.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
it was
definitely.
very, very nice. It was not like camping.
No.
No, we stayed in the cabin,
And we ate.
ate good food.
We
was
didn't
very
have to
nice.
cook.
Yep, it was very nice.
Yeah.
So my earliest stuff, very different.
Yes.
Of course, visiting family, like going to Wyoming, is
Yes.
like, and like seeing. I think it was the first time I saw a movie in theaters. Hung out with
Yeah.
Aunt Julie, did a lot of like good stuff.
And you
That
stayed
I
there by
remember.
yourself,
Yes, I was young to do
and you
that too. I
flew
can't
back, and you were so sad to leave them. You
Oh,
said, "Mom, I just
remember
cried."
crying on the plane. I remember crying on the plane home. I was so sad about it.
Yeah.
I can't remember how old I was. I must have been young.
Yeah.
I was young. Which is crazy that you were okay letting me.
It was a one-way, you were on a flight.
Yeah.
Just you didn't change planes. It was a
That's
direct
true.
flight.
Yeah. That's still a good bit of
It
trust at
was.
that age. I mean, I didn't have a cell phone.
I know, but you were accompanied.
Yeah, they
So,
they did
yeah.
accompany my. And then the other one that I remember early is the Disney World. I think I was 6 or
Oh,
something.
okay.
No, a little older,
Yes.
7, something like that. Because my grandpa went with us.
Yeah, that's right. We went, and because we
I remember
wanted.
the character breakfast.
Yeah,
most
that was
specific.
so fun. Yeah, and Mom had breast cancer, and we wanted to make sure we
Yes.
went in case something else,
Happened,
came
yeah.
up, and so
Yeah,
we went. That was fun.
those are like my earliest.
And my dad the camper was so like, I don't know why we'd go to Disney World. We could, and
But
he ended
the
up having the
best
best time too.
He had a good time. So what are some so you moved out of the
Yes.
house before you had kids, what did
I
you take
did not
vacations or
take
anything?
vacation. The only vacations I ever took, I didn't
You
have
can't
much
afford it.
money.
Yeah.
I did not, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I went, I took youth on mission
I know, it's
trips,
like you
but I would go visit family. I would go do
Yeah.
that. I didn't do vacations.
Man.
I'd take time off. I don't know what I did, but I didn't really do vacations. And then when you and Lauren came along, we would see family for vacation.
Yeah, that was I remember especially when we lived in Memphis, like we pretty much just drove.
Well, but when we went to Memphis is when we started vacations
and we
because
did DC
because y'all had fall break and we
Yes.
started taking
it.
vacations.
It's true.
And we went to DC
Oh, I remember that trip a
and it
lot.
rained
I know.
all the
I
time.
will say it rained on a lot of our family vacations growing up.
It really did.
Because then we were living in Arlington at the time and we went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
We went to San Antonio and it rained the whole time we were
We
at
went to
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Yeah.
All our ponchos.
That
I do
was
remember
so
that.
nasty.
Then it rained
It
a
rains
lot
a
of our
lot.
vacation.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny. But no, I remember the DC trip because we got room service
For the first
for the
time.
first
That
time,
was
because
cool.
we were all our feet
We were
literally
exhausted. Y'all were
because we
little and
walked
we walked and walked.
everywhere.
Yeah.
We walked everywhere.
So we ordered room service.
Oh yeah. And then I remember the chocolate ice cream. That's what
Yes. And then that trip was funny because we were leaving and we had the cab take us to the airport, but we went to the wrong airport.
one. I
And
don't
so
think
we
Dad's
had
ever been more embarrassed in his
no,
life.
and we jumped back in. We were hauling and we barely got in, and then they pulled Dad and I over for screening. And you and Lauren, I think Lauren, one of y'all were crying because you couldn't figure out what was going on. And
sorry, Lauren, but
well, it's okay.
So funny. And then
Yeah.
I remember like New York trips.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty young too when we went to New York for the first time.
Yes, that
Loved
was
the subway.
That was fun. One of the funniest ones was
What?
the subway's empty. Nobody's there.
Oh yeah.
And so Lauren and I started singing New York, New York.
Uh-huh.
A wonderful town, the Bronx is, and the Battery's down. And Sydney, you just were so embarrassed. And we're like, there's nobody here.
It was at the age where you just like are embarrassed.
So we
everything
sang
your
more.
parents do. Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
The subway is probably the only thing I can navigate very confidently.
Yeah, you do that really, really well.
Well, I can't remember streets. I just can't do it. I've tried.
But put her underground and she's good.
Put me underground. I can figure it out.
That's so funny.
So weird.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely remember New York. We
Went to
New
that.
York several times.
Yeah.
Like, I loved every single one.
Yes.
And then, I mean, we had band trips, but the very first beach trip, and I've never
that
changed everything. I was like, this is where I have to go.
That's when we went. Dad got that job.
Yeah, because we were here. We had moved here.
Oh, we moved here and we went to Yes, down to South Padre.
Mm-hmm.
And we just floated in the water. Yeah.
And it was just us three
Yeah.
girls.
Mhm.
'Cause I think, you're right. Dad had just gotten the job recently. And so it was like one of the first years. Oh my gosh.
And that changed it,
Never
really.
going back.
Because we didn't, when we were in Memphis, everybody would go to Florida
Yeah.
for
Like
spring
Destin or
breaks
whatever,
and stuff like that. And we just never did.
No.
We'd come back here and visit people.
Yes.
And then, so when we moved here, I promised the beach.
Yes. you
Tried
did.
anything, right?
You did.
And
Yes.
then, yeah. And it is. And then the one beach I remember was when Paul took that job in Florida.
Oh, St.
And we went to
Petersburg.
St. Petersburg and
Amazing.
just vegged on that beach
It was beautiful.
until it
I'm sorry.
lightninged and you ran and left me high and dry.
That was hilarious.
I'm like-
well, no, and we kind of noticed like everybody else is clearing out. It's like, yeah, because there's a storm and now there's lightning and you don't want to be left on the beach.
So Sydney said, Mom, you can be left. And she hauled
did not say anything.
rear.
I just said, I'm not stuck out here.
Without
I
words,
ran.
you said it. And people were looking on their balconies.
Were
People were on their balconies laughing at us.
They sure were. They sure
God,
were.
you were-
And it
Mhm.
wasn't. It didn't last very long. But no, I
No.
hauled out of there.
No,
For sure. No, but no, it's like, man, go to the beach once. It's like that's it.
that's it
I
for you.
just can't. I
Yeah.
love
And
the
other people, it's the mountains. And I think that's what's
That is
important is
true.
find your space that you relax.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, you can do an overnight trip.
Mm-hmm.
A vacation doesn't have to be long.
No.
And you don't have to end up spending a ton of money. And what I discovered, because I did it both ways, is I worked at saving ahead. So that I wasn't paying it off later, because then it kind of got like,
then it's like it takes away the fun.
Yeah, so I'll work really hard, and I worked really hard when I was younger, and Paul and I were starting out, so that we would save that money and do everything ahead of time and have that, so it wasn't.
Yes, so it wasn't something you thought about and worried about later.
Yeah, and had that kind of budgeted out, so that we didn't have to do that later. And like, again, sometimes you can get great airfare. Sometimes you can just drive and see the beautiful country.
Yes.
We've done both.
I know. Oh, and it was really cool.
Europe was fun.
Man, I think if everybody can travel internationally, like at least once, it is so.
Well, there were two reasons that we did that. Or one was, if you see another part of the world, you see, oh, people are the same and people are different. Yeah. You can pick up on stuff. But we had family there, and I wanted to make sure that you actually met them and made a connection. Yes. So that down the road, you'll know them and have that connection. Yeah, have that connection, because we have several family members over in Germany that have never left. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So.
But yes, and so it doesn't have to be big. Like for us now, it's like the beach is 2.5. 3 hours away. It's like, it's not that bad. It's like 3 hours away. Right. So it's like you can do a quick, maybe one night stay or something. And then spend your time. And so, but it's just like time that you can give yourself to not worry about anything else, to like give your brain the room to think, give your brain the room to rest. And like, it helps, there's a lot of talk of burnout nowadays, especially too. People just go. Yeah. It's like giving that designated time that you can truly
turn off. And I do, and for me it comes down to that. Well, I took that retreat by myself, and that was a vacation of sorts, right? And then the other part, it's just about relationships and memories.
Yes, that's true.
Even the ones that at the moment, I sat on a cactus, and at the moment there was nothing funny about that. Being in the camper and having my mother picking cactus out of my butt. No. And, but it's a memory, now. Oh. And, and there's, it's about the people and the memories and what you gift yourself.
Yes.
Because I grew up spending at a hotel or doing something like that was wasteful. In our, and now it's like, no, and now you have these wonderful, you can get an Airbnb, a Verbo thing, house where you can just even relax into it more, I think. When we've done that and just go, oh, like Julie and I met one time and just hung out at a Verbo, and it was just, you have this different kind of a space, shared space. So,
definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, vacation worth it. We have a lot of good family and friend. Like I've gone on.
You go with your friends regularly, and I've done a little bit of that too. And it's just.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Set your purpose, man.
Yes. So as we get into, because this is starting off June.
And like this year, we don't have, I do. We're going up to Colorado. We'll do that. And then going up to Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah.
So that will be.
2 trips.
Again.
Those are not the same family.
They are. But or friends, you're going up to
Berkshire. Colorado, we're going to do friends too. But still, it's just
but it's family, but there's, to me, I'm sorry, but if I get to do that,
then that's a bit,
I have, we're going to meet a new
baby in the family. Yes.
Going to meet a grand niece.
I know. Can you believe that? That's going to be so cool.
And so, and just being and laughing, and
yes, definitely.
It's what I do.
And then, so think about what vacation means to you. Maybe plan something small for yourself.
Treat yourself.
I've got some good other episodes coming up this month. A little more, another experience that we'll see how that goes.
We're gonna fly.
I don't know exactly when the episode's coming out, but it might be a few weeks. And then hopefully maybe another interview in here. We'll talk a little bit about what we wish we'd known. It's just some little fun topics for summer for sure. Yep.
Lighter reading, so to speak. All right. So we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.